So prior to joining the Snap platform, we had a very sort of unprofessional, sort of haphazard approach to getting new sponsors. Mainly just word of mouth, asking around, um, maybe a little bit of social media, but really when I took over as chairman of our club, there was no sort of hard and fast way that we dealt with our sponsors. And to be perfectly honest, nobody really knew who was actually sponsoring at the time. So I think we just used to send out invoices on a yearly basis and hope somebody paid them. So yeah, it was a bit unprofessional. So yeah, before we joined Snap, I would say maximum we had 15 sponsors. About that anyway. Again, nobody had a real honest clue what was going on. So I would say about 15, and then since joining Snap and being able to sort of catalogue all of our assets and stuff that we can sort of monetize, I would say now with the latest batch of player sponsorships, I'd say we've got well over 60 sponsors. And in terms of revenue, the revenue from our assets alone brings in 38k a year. But from the player sponsorships, again, there's probably, I'd say, 33, about another 3,000, 4,000 pounds. So, yeah, so it's pretty good. Yes, so the additional sponsorship that we've generated has enabled us to do loads of different things. So one of the things that we're quite proud of is being able to offer heavily subsidised membership to people who come forward with cases of hardship or just not able to pay the subs. I mean, there are a few cases where we're just totally supplementing someone's membership to enable kids, especially, to come and join in. We've been able to almost completely supplement our senior men's and women's squads membership. They've both transitioned into professional leagues where everyone around us is getting paid, but we're an amateur club. So to soften that blow, make it easier for the guys, we've just made their membership basically free by way of player sponsorships. We're also able to give out some free kit. So all of our senior men's and women's get free shorts, socks, training gear. And it's enabled us to sort of improve our infrastructure. So we've bought loads of new equipment for our gym, improved our pitch facilities. So in terms of like advertising, hoarding around the pitch and crowd barriers and stuff, it's enabled us to buy all those kind of things. In terms of membership and the local community and stuff, one of our overriding aims, sort of 3 years ago when we first started all this, was to unite the community through rugby, and that was spotlighting local businesses, giving them guys an opportunity to be part of our membership and be part of our sponsorship base. So with every sponsorship, the sponsors get a free membership to the club. They get what's called an associated vice president membership, which means they can come and go as they please, come be a part of our match day. We try and throw sponsor events on each year, so we'll invite all the sponsors up. They come and get sort of a part of what we do. We really like to concentrate on local businesses as much as possible. So I would say 90% of our local business, our sponsors are local businesses. So that's definitely had an increased footfall at the club. More bums on seats, more numbers through the door, and it also highlights the rest of our facility, which is like a conferencing suite attached to the club. So more businesses tend to be using that, so it's just extra revenue. It was pretty time consuming. looking for more sponsors, predominantly because we didn't really know what we were offering. We didn't really know what the packages were or what we could offer or how that even worked. So you spent most of your time literally word of mouth going around people at the club, and it was kind of laborious. So you'd spend a great deal of the summer trying to organise all that. Whereas now, everything's already there, it's already catalogued on the Snap system. We're very clear now what the package offers. So what comes with each package and what that gives a sponsor. Now it's a lot easier just to send out a social media update from Snap, directly asking for things for that particular package, and that just generally takes up way less time because it generates the contracts for you. It's all basically done for you. As soon as a sponsor presses buy, everything's done for you there and then. So it saves all the kind of manual admin. So yeah, a lot less time consuming. I think everything was done within sort of a month and a half for over 60 sponsors. So yeah, really good. Yeah, okay. So prior to Snap, the challenges faced when approaching sponsors was, again, not really having a defined package. Um, Everyone wanted something different. We were unsure as to exactly what we could give them or how we delivered that. Now via Snap, it's just a lot clearer per package what people get. We can sort of tailor packages to suit people a little bit more as well, so we can combine packages. It's a lot easier for people to see what's available, whereas before it was us trying to describe it word of mouth, which is never very good. Whereas now it's all there, laid out in front of them. They can shop other things as well, so they might have caught one thing, might have caught their eye, then they can have a look through everything else we offer, and we can combine packages. Whereas before, again, it was just very haphazard. People didn't really know what they were going to get, what we were going to offer them. We didn't really know. It's just, again, very, very unprofessional before. Okay, so definitely three areas. So, firstly, being able to send out posts to our social media, directly advertising certain areas that we want to hone in on. So once you've got the main sponsorships out of the way, which tend to go pretty quickly for like kit sponsors, shirt sponsors, but then we do a lot of advertising on sort of advertising hoardings around the pitch. Getting those out because there's like space for like 60 sponsors around there. So getting all those out, and once one's gone, being able to send another one out, that's really, really good. It's so sort of takes a way less time for me personally. The second one is having the contracts generated. That's perfect. You know, it's just done. As soon as you press the button, it's done, sorted. There's no messing around, no negotiating, no faffing. You know, we can talk about extras outside of it, and it's great. And also getting all the contact details in one place straight away, just so much better. And then thirdly, keeping a track of exactly who's sponsoring what and when those contract durations start and end, just way easier. We know where we stand. We know when we need to look to renegotiate. We know when we need to go and reapproach a sponsor and keep them engaged and see if they'd like to carry on. It's just a lot easier. Like I said previously, I would say membership-wise, it's brought people in from the local community that probably otherwise didn't really know what we were doing or what we were about. It's just enhanced our sort of overall aims of uniting our local community. People can now see what's on offer, what they get from it. It's definitely up the membership in terms of us being able to offer almost a free membership to every sponsor there. But with that free membership, the sponsors tend to bring in more people. So then we end up getting more and more sponsors. Like I said, in terms of the local community, we're just trying to focus heavily on local businesses and bring a spotlight to those guys as well. So once they've seen on our Snap platform that we'll advertise them, we'll advertise any special offers they have, or advertise any sort of promotions they're running from our social media pages. We've got a really good social media presence now. Once they know that they can interact, or we can interact together, it tends to bring more people in, more interest. Just means we've had greater footfall. Yes, definitely. So prior to joining Snap, like I said, we didn't really have. We had a very sort of limited number of opportunities that we thought we could get sponsored. When we've looked at Snap and we've looked at the case studies and things within Snap, it kind of opens up your eyes as to what the possibilities are. And now it literally feels like we can add an amount of sponsorship to anything that we do, sort of any development, any new kit, any new opportunities, any new advertising space. We've even got digital partners now who are sponsoring all of our digital media, which we just never thought we'd get done. But they, in essence, pay the sponsorship that comes from them. In essence, pays for our creatives to actually do the work. So really now, our digital stuff is all free, really, because it's sponsored. But we never thought we could do that prior to. So it's definitely opened up our eyes to sort of wealth of opportunities, and it's certainly opened up our eyes to how much businesses can utilise local clubs like us as a way of advertising what they do and any promotions and stuff. So it's certainly opened up lots of different opportunities. Okay, so a lot of people find Snap sort of really easy to deal with. To be able to just send a link to somebody and say, look, this is the package. All you got to do is press buy, click the link, press buy, add to cart, press buy, and then the system does the rest. You're going to get your contract sent straight through to you. You'll be on the Snap sponsorship platform. I think just ease of use, like people don't want to be messing around too much with these, even when they're really generous. Like, people don't want to be having prolonged conversations about what they want to do. A lot of this is spur of the moment. It's a lot of goodwill. All they want to do is go, yes, we want to pay you, press go. And it's so much easier. People find Snap just easy to get on with, and that's the kind of feedback we've had.